Okay, so here we are in Vegas Pro 13, and you'll notice right off the bat, I've already imported the clips that I want to use. The clip on the left that says encode 1080p, that's the clip that includes the footage directly from my capture card. In other words, that's the actual video game footage we want to take up most of the screen, 90%. Okay, and the clip on the right, this video entitled Video 93, that's the clip of me actually playing the game on the controller. So, for purposes of this video, we want to go ahead and show our audience how to beat this individual mission in Reflections Interactive Driver 1 game, which came out in 1999. Great game. I love playing it. Go check out some of my other videos showing you how to beat other missions in this game. So, what we're going to want to do is the first step here is to put the clip that we want to go ahead and throw into the upper right-hand portion of the main clip. We're going to call this encode 1080p the main clip, okay? The one for my capture card. The one that takes up most of the screen. That's the main clip. We want to go ahead and throw the controller clip, the clip of me playing on the controller, first on this first track here. Okay. The audio I've already manipulated so that I've already kind of played around with it so that I just have the audio from the capture card as well, because I really don't care to hear myself curse at the game or to hear other pops and coughs and sneezes or whatever else that might be going on in the room while I'm playing. We don't care about any of that, right? I mean, that's irrelevant. So we just remove that audio at all, totally. We remove it totally so it's gone. And we retain the audio from the actual capture card. Now for the good part, the fun part. Let's actually hit the button that will allow us to perform the picture-in-picture effect, which would be this event pan / crop button. It's in pretty much every edition of Vegas Pro. We're going to go ahead and make sure we have our settings all correct here. Make sure all this stuff's selected. Normal edit tool, properties, lock aspect ratio, size about center, move freely. Make sure all that stuff is as is right here as I have it. Maintain the aspect ratio should be yes. For what we're doing in this particular type video, stretch to fill frame should also be yes. And that should be true for both clips. That should be true for both clips. Okay? So that there's no misunderstanding. Now, you notice there's a big F box there, which is a frame box. And this F box basically shows what's included in the frame. So let's zoom out here. So if we go right now with what we have, we are not going to be happy at all, because all we're doing here is showing a clip of us actually playing on the controller. So that implies that the actual frame, the actual video, has to be resized so that everything can be accommodated. In other words, let's widen. Let's increase significantly the size of this frame box so that the controller, so the clip we want to throw in the upper right-hand portion of the screen on track 1 is in the upper right-hand corner of this giant frame box. Okay, notice how that works. Notice how that works. See? I have it configured just like that. So that now, I mean, obviously I'd have to line up the clips a little bit better. They're not perfect, so that everything is perfectly in sync, so that when I go to flick the joystick to the left, the car turns left, and when I hit the X button, the car will accelerate. You know what I mean? So I would have to make sure that, but that's kind of a raw, kind of a very basic way of showing you how to do the picture-in-picture effect. And you're going to want to make sure, obviously, at every step of the way on the timeline here, that this setting is the exact same way, obviously, so that you'll have this continuous stream of the one clip in the upper right-hand portion and this other clip, obviously, covering the main portion of the screen. So that's how you're going to pull this off. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. I don't think anything is particularly difficult about this. The main thing being, make sure all your settings are correct and make sure that you're accommodating what you have to accommodate. Make sure you're accommodating that main clip, and that the clip you want to have either side by side, or in my case in the upper right hand portion of the screen, make sure that that actually is in the upper right hand portion of the screen. Make sure your frame box is resized appropriately, is what I'm getting to. Okay? And so that's how you're going to want to pull this off. So I appreciate you guys watching this. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. And I'm going to be putting up several other picture-in-picture videos in the near future here. And I'll probably do another tutorial how to do a couple other things here in Vegas Pro, but I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this. So that will be all. That'll be Timothy Little signing off for now. Thanks again, guys.